Hello, welcome back. So I thought I would make a video about what's going on in my life right now. I was hesitant to do this because I really hate to say anything too negative about any game, but I thought I would share this because the point of this channel is to share my thoughts on what's going on in my gaming life, and so I'll share it and take it with a grain of salt. Again, my thoughts may not be your thoughts, but I thought I would just share. So today is February the 3rd, 2026, and the pre-order uh, for Strat-O-Matic's new products are available to pre-order today. And for the first time in well, since I've got back into the hobby, I'm not for sure that I will pick up their offerings this year, and that troubles me. I feel like I'm being unfaithful. um, I have really fallen in love with Fall Classic in particular, but there's other games that I enjoy, um, and I'm finding that I'm not playing Strat as much as I was, and I have a very good Strat collection, and I'm not interested in um, doing away with that, but I'm just not for sure I'm wanting to add to it. So this year they're adding 1952, which I have wanted for a long time, in 1985. I have a 1985 original set with the extra players, so I don't know. Again, I have been buying every season they come up with for the last few years, but so my thought is again, 52 is a season I'd love to have, but I don't know that I would um, play it. Um, I've again got a lot of seasons with Strat that, and I just haven't been playing it much. So, and I also know every year, the last since I've got back into the hobby, I've been buying the PC update. So between Fall Classic and some of the other games I'm playing, and Action PC's manual entry, again, I'm not seeing the need to um, update this year. I've always had a little issue with that because it feels to me like the updates really uh, aren't worth the money. It seems to me other PC versions of things, when they update, it's substantial, like Action PC, where you can do the manual entry this year. An update like that is pretty huge. And even though Strat-O-Matic is functional and it's relatively bug free, at least that's been my experience. Still, a lot of the features that you would like to see added haven't been. It's got a very old look to it, and a lot of people would feel like some aesthetic changes would be nice, but they just haven't done that, and doesn't look like they have any intention on doing it. Whereas when I have Action PC on the table with my cards and dice, I'm finding that it's a much more enjoyable experience. Again, it doesn't have the Strat built in like obviously the Strat PC does. But again, as I've done this a little while, it's getting to the point where I'm being much more selective about what I purchase. My thought is if if I ever get to retire, I probably am not going to have a lot of excess funds, and so I'm building kind of a library so that I'll have something to do if I ever get to retire. But I'm getting to that point where the decisions are getting a little bit more uh, weighty in that I'm not buying as much. I'm doing um, what I'm I'm getting to the point where I'm doing what I'm pretty sure I will play with, and um, another caveat on this, which is I've talked before, and another reason why I have tried other games is that you know you don't really have the luxury of waiting to buy because you're a little concerned that it might not be here. I will say that the availability for the baseball, anyway, not so much the other sports, but the baseball is a bit better than it has been in the past. But there's a decent chance 85 will sell out soon. And so, if I've talked in a previous video, I'm kind of over that. As a consumer, that just doesn't work for me. I want to be able to buy a season when I am able to buy it, when I want to buy it, and not feel pressured to buy it because it may not be there later, and then having to try to buy it on the secondary market, which is wrought with danger and it can be very expensive. To me, that model's, I'm tired of that. And so, um, again, I've got a very good Strat collection, and I may end up getting those two seasons, but I'm just not for sure. I wouldn't rather have 1952 and Fall Classic, and then pick up the season in Action PC. Action PC, the seasons are much cheaper. They have a lot of good sales where you can get them. I think I picked up, they had a sale going. I got, I think, 4 seasons for $20, baseball seasons. And, even at the best sales, you can't get that kind of price. And then the problem is that if you want to get another season, like if I wanted to get 52 in the PC version, it wouldn't work on my version of, you have to update the whole game in order to get the season. And, I don't have to do that with Action PC. I can get the season and it will work, as I understand it, with every update. If they update next year, the 2026, my seasons will carry forward and work just fine. And so, and they have just about every available season you could want. And again, the price is very reasonable. The immersion is great. I'm just really enjoying that. So, I actually do have 1985 and Fall Classic already. And so, that plus having the original, in the past it would have been a no-brainer. Every year I just buy the new. And this year I don't feel like that's what I want to do for the reasons that I've outlined. So again, I really hope that the community, there are people that watch this video anyway. I'm not poo-pooing it. If you love Strat, I'm not saying this to try to make you feel bad about what you do. But for me, I'm just sharing again what's going on in my gaming experience, and I just find it. Again, I feel a little guilty. It's really weird that I'm not going to support Strat this year. And again, it's a great game. I'm sure that I will eventually play some of the seasons I have. It's just that for the first year, I'm not interested in getting the new products. And again, 52, I have been wanting that for a long time. So, I've got 53, I think all the way up through probably 71, or maybe even 74. Basically whatever's been available the last 5 years, 6 years, or 7 years, I've got. So, and then I've got quite a few before that. But with games like Fall Classic, especially, I can just jump in and buy whatever season I want. I wanted 1926, and there it is. And the prices, so to get a season shipped Fall Classic, which has more people carded, plus you get the PDF where you can print off everybody, which you don't get with Strat. Uh, for an older season like 52, it's about $65. And then I think I saw that let me look at this because I don't want to say. I think the new Strat 52 is like 90 without shipping. I could be wrong. Let me look here real quick. So let's see. So 1952. Oh, I'm sorry. It was 59. So let's see if I add it to the cart. Let's see what we got. Okay, so if I pre-order now, see, because I know their shipping tends to be a little high. Okay, so the cheapest version is 1770. Let's see, so 59. Trying to get a total here, bear with me. It's not giving me the total for some reason. Let me go to checkout. There we go. 7670. So 1952 for Strat is 7670. And then if I go, so 7670 and then ASG. So again, with ASG, you get a lot. You get more players carded, and you get the PDF with every player. So let's see here, 1952 is $44.97. Add to cart. Get rid of, I had something in here already. So bear with me. I know this is kind of boring. $63.32. So it's $10 cheaper. The card stock is way better. Again, you get more players. You get the PDF. You get those really cool roster sheets that come with it. So to me, and I can probably pick up 1952 on Action PC. Most of the time they're around $9, but quite often there's a sale. I know last weekend they had a It's Cold sale for 20% off the baseball season. That's how I got 4 for about $20. And so, again, it's tough to compete with that, again, with the superior card quality. And to me that there's some advantages to the game that I've mentioned. It's just hard not to take advantage of that. And so, do I get 1952? I just don't feel like I would play it. And so again, I'm paying more for something that I probably wouldn't play, knowing that, there's a chance that it won't be available down the road when I want to buy it. And then have to, again, if I want 52, then I've got to upgrade to the PC version. Which is, again, I don't even know. I just know it's about like buying the game again, And so I've bought that game numerous times, and I just don't feel like buying it again. So I know when Action PC updates, it's about they got like a pre-order sale. I think it was like $30 for me to get the basic, which came with the season and the update. And so anyway, just wanted to share again. I don't want any hate mail or comments. If you love Strat, again, we're in a great time right now where you've got so many options, and I'm thankful for that because, if you're not satisfied with company A, B, or C, there's always D, E, and F. available, and um, so I'm finding that the options are great. And so after having done this for a few years, shopping around, trying different things, different games, different sports, different companies, different ways of playing. Again, I just don't think that I will be updating my Strat this year. So anyway, if you are, that's fantastic, and I'm glad. And 52 is a great year. I'm glad they came out with that. That was one that should have been done a while ago, and I'm glad they did it. 85 is a great season, and I know they're coming out with a Diamond Gems C for the Negro Leagues. I have the A and the B. It just is. I keep thinking I will do something with those, and I just don't. So I've got quite a few Diamond Gems, but I just don't play them. And so I think I will, but I don't. So I might get the C. I think it's supposed to come out later in the year, just because I love Negro League baseball, and there's not a ton of options there. So I might go ahead and pick that one up, but that'll be later in the year. So anyway, I just wanted to share this kind of a weird experience for me, and so I just thought I would share. So anyway, I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you next time.